week going? Good week so far. How's school going for those of you that have school? How's work going for those of you who have work? Spaghetti on the way. Nice. I like spaghetti. You're sick? Yeah, do you know what? I've not been feeling too well either this week. It's something's making the rounds in England, some kind of norovirus, and I think I've caught the lurgy. So maybe you're in a similar vein. Where is Sinner? Sinner has unfortunately perished. I'm sorry it had to come out this way. I've killed him. You're stuck with me now. Not the parish law. Yeah. Sinner's been having an operation, but it's gone very well. So he should be back next week. So hopefully we'll wish him a get well soon. And we're looking forward to having him back very soon. GG in the chat, yeah. Do I like French fries? Love French fries, yeah. I love chips and I love French fries. Big fan of that. Although I eat very unhealthily. I do eat very poor food. So, hello everyone who's joining. How are we doing? Very nice to see you all. Oh, is my event stage going slow? Oh, is it because we're on we're on a 2-minute cooldown. Wow, that's crazy. 2-minute cooldown. Wow, that's really long. Should we lower that? I feel like that's too small. Yeah, let me lower that. Give us a voice. Let us speak. Let me do like, I don't know. 30 seconds? Do 15 seconds. Screw it. Let's do 15 seconds. I love speaking to you all. Yeah, this chat is probably going to go crazy, but that's okay. I think there's only about 200 of us right now, so it's fine. It may get a bit leery going into it, but yeah, no worries, guys. Yeah, I love cheese. Yeah, cheese is good. Yeah, I love cheese. I've got my brownies here to the left of me. I've got some jam tarts that those of you know what jam tarts are, and I've got my water here because obviously speaking for half an hour or an hour or however long it's going to be, you need to stay hydrated. Yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. Looking forward to sharing some stuff with you about what we're working on. Some of the things to do with the event that's coming up tomorrow, the Spring Meadows event. We'll talk a little bit about what the team's been working on this week and going into next week. Hopefully, I'll do a showcase of the new creature for you. Sinner has set me up for success in that regard. Usually that's his remit, but he's shown me how to handle all of that. And then yeah, we'll get round to your questions. Thanks for submitting your questions to the campfire. There's quite a lot of them for me to get through. So I apologize if I do not answer your question, but I'll try to get through as many as I can for you guys. Yeah, how's my week been? Been very good. Thank you very much for asking. Yeah, hope you guys are having a good week as well. Let's jump into it then, shall we? First things first. What do you guys want to know about? First thing, do you want to see the new creature? Do you want to hear more about the event, or do you want to hear about our long-term roadmap, our plans? Creature event. We've got some event stuff. Creature event. I'll do the creature first. And then we'll do the event, and then I'll talk about long-term roadmap. Sound good? Let's kick things off then, shall we? So first things first. So obviously Sinner revealed the creature the other day. That is, I am going to butcher the pronunciation of this one. Let me tell you, that Tabaroon. Shall we say? Someone give me it. Right? Was that on the mark? Who knows? Let me get my screen share going. So I'll show off the Tabaroon, and I will show off the redesign of the Ardor as well for those of you who are interested. And Let me get my screen sharing. Okay. Let me know if everyone can see that. Yeah, Ardor finally getting its redesign is good. It just got its new ability last week, so we're really, yeah, Ardor's getting a lot of love for the Love Warden, isn't it? So here's Tabaroon, lovely land tier 5, very huge guy, going to be available in the Spring Meadows event. Gramos but Bear, very accurate, yes, very true. Pay close attention to its lovely rocks and mossy visage. Let's hop in, shall we? Look at him. He's got the blinking and everything. This is great. Lovely thing. Yeah. The babies always look very bald, don't they? The babies always look like they get done dirty by the baldness. Should we age it up? Let's age up our Tabaruk. I'm gonna cheat. Sorry guys, I'm cheating. I'm hacking. Evil hacker. They should really ban me. They haven't got me yet though. Oh, is our boy in chat? He is. He's alive. Look at that. That's great. Hello everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Thanks for joining us, by the way. Thanks for taking the time to hop in and have a chat with me about the game. We're just showing off the Tabaruk, the lovely new creature that's going to be coming tomorrow. Here it is at its zenith, its full age. Lovely adult. Should we become gentle? Let's do gentle this time. I never go gentle. I always go devious. I always become devious. Very nice animal. It's got Healing Hunter and it's got Fortify, which I think kind of suits it quite well. I don't think stats are finalized, so if you do see any stats, guys, just remember it's work in progress. So stat testers will obviously get final say on that. Yeah, looking very nice. I'm really glad the modelers are able to get the blinking and stuff done now. It really makes a huge difference in the how animated the creatures look, because so much of it is in the face. You know what I mean? A lot of it is to do with the face, and maybe some of the older ones where they don't have that, it can look a little bit like a statue, I suppose, for lack of a better word. Very nice creature. Should we do the Ardor? Let's flex the Ardor. Let me make sure that it's in this build, actually, first and foremost. I think it is. Yes, very good. What a lovely specimen. It's very nice. I think this is one of my favorite redesigns so far that I've seen since I've been here. As Warden redesigns go, I think this is probably one of the better ones. Again, very bald child, but let's set the age up. For quick question on the ability, guys, who's used Damage Link yet? Has anyone been using Damage Link on the Ardor? And if so, what was your experience of it? Too OP, not very useful, interesting, fun, or haven't really figured it out yet? Would love to know your thoughts. Pretty balanced. Okay, all right. It's good. Okay, that's good. All right. Quite mixed results, but from it's fair enough to it's good. Hard to use properly. Interesting. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. That was one of the big design considerations when we were coming up with it, was kind of like the usability of it and how that would play out. But obviously in your pack fights, it will hopefully serve you quite well. But yeah, here we go. Full Ardor redesign. Animations absolutely on point as always. We also have First Strike, which is very interesting. And I just got the weight trait. No less. That's pretty good. One thing I'm trying to work out is the best times to use Warden's Rage and kind of the best way to use that trait, because it's quite an interesting ability. Rather, it's quite an interesting one. Props to whoever came up with that. Let's become an elder. We'll do powerful elder. Really nice design. I really like the sort of talisman on the front here. This this floating one. Yeah, very nice. See if I can go into camera mode here. I lock the only thing is quite goofy is the head snapping. That's quite big. Also the antlers, but hey man, that's the nature of head tracking code. Speaking of code, I should probably do a campfire code soon, shouldn't I? Let me remember how to do that. Usually Sinner does that, but I'll set one up for you, shall I, guys? Let's see what we've got, shall we? I might have to go. I'm gonna have to go into the live game. Currently, I'm in my little test world right now. I'll have to go in the live game to refresh it. So get a last good glimpse of the Ardor Warden remake, and then we'll mosey on over to the live game, shall we? Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one. It's a good remake. So well done to the modeler. Well done to the animator. Good job. Let's get that code going, guys, and then we can talk a little bit about the event, some of the ideas behind it, and what we're going to do roadmap-wise as well after that. Alrighty. Also, hello, Mr. Download, for gracing us with your presence.
Good morning.
Good morning, he says at 7 p.m. my time. I love it. Thanks for joining us, mate. Right, I'm in the live game. Let me figure out how to do this, guys. I have to refresh the code. What's the code called? Campfire Ashes. Okay. So if I refresh this, it'll go active, will it? People will be able to claim this. Okay, cool. Okay, it's been refreshed for 10 minutes, guys. I think give it a try. The code that you're looking for, where should I put this? Put it in stage announcements. Yeah, here we go. There you go. Campfire Ashes. There you go. If you've claimed it already, I don't think you can claim it again. But for those who haven't claimed it, you'll be able to grab it under the stage announcements channel. You won't be able to claim it again if you've already claimed it, though. So. I like that some people only come to the campfires to like get their full collection of like campfire awards. That's quite funny. How many campfires do you guys think you've been to now? Has anyone been to like every single one of them? Or at least like, I mean, I don't even know how many there's been in total.
Definitely
for a lot of
more
people,
than 3.
Definitely. Yes, very true. Some people, it's their first one. Oh, fantastic. Thanks for coming, guys. Yeah, thanks for hopping down. Really appreciate you taking the time. Some people are veterans, though. There's people here who've been like 10. Wow. Nuts. Couldn't miss out on the go. Oh, you're too kind. Thank you. Thanks. Nice, guys. Cool. Shall we talk about the event, ladies and gents? You guys interested to see what we're going to do for Spring Meadows? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So let me hop back to the test realm, and I can show you some of it. So it's still work in progress. I think Trixie's is finalizing some of the deets on getting the token to like show up when you sniff in all cases. So if that doesn't work, forgive me, but it is going to. So I'll preface it with that, but let me go back to the test realm. What's the Q&A about? Very good question. I tend to just yap at you for an hour, and you can yap back to me if you want to. How are you feeling today? Very good, thank you. Yes, feeling great. How are you? How are you doing? Always good to see you guys. Right, here I go. I'm back in the test server. Let's kick things off with the event, shall we? How's the weather? It was raining a little bit earlier today, which is contrary to what it's usually been. We've been getting a fair bit of sun in the United Kingdom lately, which frankly, I'm just glad to be out of winter now because it makes me very lethargic. I don't know about you guys. Right, let's kick things off with the event. So for those of you who need a bit of a breakdown, I'll give you the high level of what the event's going to be. It's not going to be like Valentine's Day. Instead, we're going to do a token hunt. So we're going to spawn 8 tokens on the map. 8 tokens per day per player. So they'll be unique to you. No one will be able to steal these tokens from you. And you'll be able to see what regions they're in as well. So if I go to the missions thing, I don't know if it's working yet, but no, it's not working yet. So the idea is you're going to be able to see the token appear on the regions missions. And don't worry about the 50k, guys. Don't worry. It's a placeholder. Don't worry about it. 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 The tokens will show up on here. You'll be able to view the where the token is, and then if you hop in game, if I pick a slot, give me a good creature. Give me a good creature. What's a good creature for hunting? Yeah, the real price is 100k. Yeah, you're a real one for that. Holy cow, there's a lot.
I think I saw somebody say do what?
Do what? Okay. Do what it is. All right. The little rat boy. Here we go. Let's see if they spawn. I hope they do. Otherwise, this will be all for naught. Oh yes, thank you, Milo. Yeah. I know about breath. Yeah. This is very nice. Thank you, Milo. So the idea is that you'll be able to see where the tokens are on the world. You'll be able to fly over to that region, and then you'll be able to sniff them out. This won't require that token sniffing boost that I know you can get from shrines. So you'll just be able to sniff them out in general, and they've got quite a long range, so you'll be able to find them. Once you've obtained all 8 of the tokens, that'll be it for the day. You'll have to wait until tomorrow, until the next 8 spawn. And you'll be able to use them in the Spring Meadows gacha, which is going to be coming out. So maybe I can show you guys that. I'm hoping I can find a token first. I don't think Trixie's has got these spawning yet, which is terrible. L in the chat for Trixie's. So the gacha is going to be a event exclusive one, so it'll disappear after the event. Maybe I can show you it in here. Yep, here we go. So you just literally use the token. For every token you get, you'll be able to get the creatures from them, and yeah, you'll be able to spin them as much as you want, pretty much. Obviously, up to however many tokens you find. In the shop as well, because I know people's luck sometimes runs out, even with 20%. Even with 20%, I've seen people not able to roll creatures, which is insane. So you'll have noticed in the shop that the items actually do appear as well. And they're going to be locked behind reaching a certain number of tokens. It'll be based on your total. So you can see here, you can see how many tokens you've obtained. And as you go through, you'll be able to unlock the new item once you get to that milestone. Prices here, subject to be determined. They are all placeholder right now, so don't worry too much about the pricing or anything. But that is going to be that. I think what we're going to do as well is we're going to put the gacha in this frame as well, because the gacha is going to be kind of a central part of this small 2-week event. So, and that will be the gist of the event. Anyone got any immediate thoughts or feelings about that? It's quite a small event. And I saw some feedback regarding the Valentine's Day stuff. I'm glad that people really liked Valentine's Day, because that was the first event I'd actually put together for Scenaria. So if people want more events like Valentine's Day, I'm more than happy to acquiesce. It's kind of Valentine's Day event kind of fits kind of like a battle pass type thing. So if people want like more events, battle passy events like that, we can do that. So, but I wanted to experiment a little bit, try out something new. Wanted to try out a token hunt. So for Spring Meadows, especially because last year there wasn't really too much content beyond just missions. So I did want to experiment, try some new things. If it works well, great. If not, then we'll go back to the drawing board on it. So, but I'm looking forward to experimenting and trying out new event ideas.
Very cool, I'd say.
Very cool. Much wow. Valentine's really good. Yep. Valentine's best event ever. Wow, that is very high praise. I really appreciate it. If there is anything that we can improve on, we'll absolutely do it. But hopefully Spring Meadows will be just as fun. So, and not too grindy as well. Don't want to make it too grindy. All right, guys. Should we talk about some of the stuff we've been working on roadmap wise? I want to make sure that we leave enough time for questions at the end from the campfire questions. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, the private server commands. We'll talk about private server commands. I might give you guys a high-level breakdown of some ideas I've got with territories, although I'm still fleshing that idea out, and maybe give you sort of a rough roadmap about a month into the future of what we're trying to do right now. I'm hoping like I can get someone to make like a graphic for like a roadmap at some point. I need to probably reach out to someone at the company to make me like a cool graphic that shows, you know, April, here's what we're planning to do, and so on and so forth. But without further ado, let's hop over to the different version of the test server, which has our private server settings in it. Okay, I think this is it, isn't it? Yeah. Yes, it is it. Okay, we're here. Right, so I'll hop in game and I'll hopefully be able to show you guys some of it. There's not, other than the UI, there's obviously not too much to show for it, but I can show you some of the settings and what we're planning to do. So for those of you who are unawares, private server settings are planned to release into Creatures of Scenaria towards the end of March. I'm planning on hopefully getting it out by March 28th. Private server settings will allow you to customize whether PvP is on or off, create like roleplay servers and things like that, change weather, change day nights, things like that. That way, for those of you who like to sit around and not engage in the survival aspect, you'll be able to like host your own private servers and get people to come to it and to be able to sort of advertise these on wherever you want to advertise them. We're trying to give you sort of a variety of different settings you can customize right now within the bounds of what we're able to do at this time. In terms of progression as well, it is going to disable progression when you enable custom settings, because the whole point of CoS is it's a survival game, and we don't want to necessarily allow players to progress if they turn off the survival setting, because it's kind of unfair to everyone else if you just get like if you could just buy a private server and get your way through it. So in terms of what progression is going to be disabled, you're not going to be able to earn shooms or time points in during custom settings. So if I show you actually right now, so my custom rules are disabled right now. If I enable them, yep, you'll see here progression is disabled. You'll notice I'm not earning any shooms or time points while I play through. And also you'll notice that the missions are disabled. You won't be able to do missions either. So Warden Shrines will also not work, so you won't be able to deliver to Warden Shrines, and you will still age up. So aging up will still work. So you'll still be able to grow creatures. I think what else? Veneration won't tick up as well because you can't just AFK in a server without venerating. But you will still be able to like click the button to advance to the next stage if you have it available to you. So in terms of progression, I just wanted to give you full transparency. That's kind of what we're talking about when we talk about progression. Mutations and nesting. Oh, that's a good question. I don't know yet. TBD on that front. I don't know whether mutations or nesting will work. I think it. Yeah, I won't opine on this yet. I'll figure that out first, then I'll tell you guys. I don't know whether we're going to enable that or not yet, but I'll find out for you. So, but yeah, in terms of the settings, let's get to the meat and potatoes, shall we? You'll be able to enable and disable weather from happening. You'll be able to disable disasters. You can turn on and off PvP. Survival stats. This is your hunger and thirst. You're going to be able to enable and disable hunger and thirst, and like we're going to make these buttons down here disappear when that's disabled. And then there's also the day-night cycle. What is currently missing at the moment is being able to actually choose what weather and what day or night thing is. So in this settings panel as well, you'll also be able to choose what day or night is and what weather it is. So that'd be cool. I think we're also missing a season. Oh yeah, we're missing a season button as well, actually. Yeah, we need a season button, but yes. So that is the gist of the private server settings that are going to come. Like I said, these are going to roll out on the 28th of March, so in about 2 weeks from now. And yeah, very nice. Obviously, Late's been doing a really good job cooking up on some of this stuff, especially because I like to scope creep the hell out of him as well and give him tasks that weren't in the initial brief. So sorry about that. But fortunately, we have our best engineer on it, so he can cope with a project manager, which sucks at scope creep. Should we talk about territories and things like that now? Because I've seen some questions as well regarding territories, and hopefully I can answer some of those in the Q&A as well, some of the ideas I've got for that. Yeah, so territories is currently in the planning phase right now. It's probably not going to be coming out April, probably Mayish right now, because April I want to be doing trade realm stuff. And I've talked about the trade realm, what I want to do for that, the auction house and the slots and obviously the market stalls. That's going to be April. For May, we'll do a territory revamp. In terms of what I want to do, I want territories to show up on the map. So when you place territories down, they will appear. I want players to be able to expand their territories, like domain expansion, so that they can sort of take over small areas of the map potentially. And by take over, I mean obviously put those territories down and you know create their own little space for it. I want to be able to put nests down in these territories and have a degree of symbiosis with the territory as well. The idea is that like the male sort of protects the territory, wards off creatures, and then the female is obviously doing the nesting. I also want to combine this with a system where we actually let you put down more than nests. So I also want players to be able to I suppose craft, for lack of a better word, different structures. So not just nests, but like maybe bedding, where you can get rested bonuses or things like that, or food storage, and that sort of thing. Maybe even like you can put your nest down in a cave and plug the entrance of the cave with some kind of mud or matting that stops other creatures getting in. These are some of the ideas that we want to explore with that system, and I'm pretty committed to getting these sorts of things out to you. So build the wall, I guess. Yeah, build the cave wall. So that's kind of just real high level of some of the ideas I've got right now. Hopefully that sounds interesting to you guys. For those of you here who are interested in the aquatic nest recipes, those will be coming out hopefully in April as well. I have a level designer now. We've got one, which is lovely. Thank you very, very much for everyone who applied to that role, by the way. Really appreciate you. They are currently working on the swamp biome revamp with Sinner. In fact, maybe I can show you what they've got so far. Would you guys like to see some of the swamp biome? It's about like it's like 1/10 of the done, so there maybe not be too much to show, but let's see what I can do to show you. This time I'll be in actual studio itself, so I can fly around.
They seem very excited.
Yeah,
See a lot of yeses.
a lot of yeses. For the redesign, we wanted to go back to a little bit of what like Legacy Swamp looked like. I really like Legacy's map. I don't know about you guys. It's quite a big map. It probably lags a lot for mobile players, but if we can at least take like a portion of that, the inspiration behind that map and bring it to the main map, I think a lot of our veteran players will really appreciate that. So that's what we're kind of trying to get a good balance of, but also make it fit sort of a recode setting, if that makes sense. So I'll show you guys what it looks like. The portal has been removed to swamp. Now you actually, as an aquatic, you actually swim into the zone. I'm hopefully going to try and ultimately phase out portals in favor of like actual tunnels to swim everywhere. So we'll continue to sort of chip away at that, but let's start my screen share, shall we? Hopefully I don't share anything too incriminating. You always got to make sure that there we go. Everyone can see that fine. Yes. Secret tunnel. Yeah, I saw that. I saw you before your comment got moderated because you were full capsing it, but I did see that one. Yeah, like I said, it's it's like 1/10 of the way done. There's like, yeah, this is like you're getting like a real behind the scenes here. So the terrain is more spindly and it's lower to the ground, a little bit more like the original swamp was. There's going to be the shrine, obviously, in the corner here. It's quite a large space. You can see some of the tier 5s for scale. Very nice. One thing we're trying to do is connect up the space a little bit better to the other biomes so land creatures have easier access to it. It kind of sucks trying to swim across things as a land creature right now. So giving them more land bridges to access some of the spaces will open up the space a little bit more. But we're also not forgetting the aquatics. If we go under here, you can see lovely underside terrain here. And wow, okay, here we go. Yeah, we found all the decoration, guys. This is what they've been doing. We found it all. Very nice. Yeah, looks really good. Look at that. Looks very nice. For those of you who play aquatic, show of hands in the chat, by the way. Those of you who play aquatics, would love to get your thoughts on this as the experts of aquatic gameplay. One thing I find in a lot of the aquatic gameplay is that it can feel like you're in quite shallow water sometimes. Like these canyons can feel a little bit shallow sometimes. And so what I would like to do over the course of, maybe about a year or so, it takes a while to do map changes, but is maybe give you guys a little bit more of depth to the game. So one thing I want to do is, for example, if we go over here, you obviously have access to the open ocean right now, but there's not really much going on here. So it would be very nice to add maybe this terrain slopes down here instead, and you have all of this area open to you, and it's a lot deeper water, and a little bit more. You can just swim around and do your own thing. Because I don't really like how shallow some of the areas feel at the moment. So we're going to improve on that. Swamp, probably not going to improve on it in that stead, just because it is a swamp area and the aquatic areas are sort of meant to be a little bit shallower. But I don't know about you guys, but I've played Subnautica before and I love that game, and that has very deep oceans sometimes. So it would be cool if we could take inspiration from that game. So yeah, hopefully we're cooking. Hopefully you guys like what you're seeing so far. We will continue to make progress on that. And big shout out to Chu Shu Cho, who is our new level designer, who's working very hard. As you can see, he's already oh wow, he's just updated the shrine. Look at that. The shrine looks completely different now. They work fast. They work very fast. It's very cool. Yeah. Chu's background is very interesting. He's got a lot of experience on kind of man-made structures. So I wonder if it'd be cool to add ruins to COS. I don't know. I'm spitballing here. I'm throwing some ideas out there, but imagine we could have, because we have the area under mountains, don't we? Got the idea under where is it? There it is. Yeah, we've kind of got this going on. It'd be cool to expand on this a bit, maybe. I can see potential lore opportunities there as well for those of you interested in that sort of thing. Why are the ruins here? Who put them there? And where did they go? So that'd be awesome. Humans aren't in COS. We have Jeff. Jeff put the ruins there. Yes, there we go. Jeff built the ruins. Jeff put the ruins there. It's always Jeff. So that's swamp biome, guys. Shall I get back on track with talked about the territories, talked about the event, talked about swamp biome. I'm trying to think what else we'd talk about. Talked about the territories, obviously. Could talk a little bit about trade realms, although I haven't got too much to say on that. For those of you who are interested, if we're going to respect the poll that was done in 2023, for the most part, yes. I had a read through that poll for the new theme for trade realm, and I think the answer was kind of like a sort of like a fantasy. The top one was like sort of a fantasy floating island sort of realm, and then the second highest one was like sort of like a bazaar, like a Middle Eastern bazaar. And I think it'd be cool to combine the two, especially because I want players to be able to put down their own market stalls. Imagine like you can put down your own bazaar. Like I think that'd be cool. I think people would really go in for that, wouldn't they? So I'll probably combine those two ideas, and it'll be our lovely Chew, who's going to be working on that in April. So best of luck to him, and hopefully we'll have some progress updates after the private server things get finished. So yeah, right. Should we go to questions now, guys? Shall I answer some of your Q&A questions? Let's do it. Cool. We'll wrap it up with questions, and then I'll head on out because I've got to get back to work. So let me start from the very top. I'm going to be reading these just from the channel as we go through. So, and thanks for submitting them, guys. There's a lot of them, so if I don't get to answering them all, I do apologize, and I appreciate your time. Okay, we'll start it off at the top. So. Will there be more events with a mechanic like the Spring Meadows event? So like a token hunt? If people like it, yes. If people don't like the token event, then we'll go back to something else. But I wanted to experiment with a new idea, and hopefully people enjoy it. And if not, then I'll find something that people do enjoy. So I ask this in every campfire. What is the future vision for Creatures of Scenario? What are the devs aiming for? Where are we going? You like the direction it's been going in, but you have some questions for what the final vision is. Oh, that is a really good question. So here's the ultimate interview question, I guess. Where do you see yourself in 1 year or 2 years? Well, that's a big question. I suppose, let me try and answer it like this then. In 1 year, I'm hoping that COS will have a much more predictable sort of cadence for its events. And what I mean by that is, people know what to expect for each event. Something that's not too grindy, that they feel like rewards them, engages them. Um, they kind of know what they can expect from events. In terms of gameplay, I want to explore more ways to engage with the survival aspect of the game. Um, so one thing that means is taking a look at hunger and thirst and maybe changing the difficulty there, especially for elder creatures. Um, Giving players more things to do rather than just sit around and AFK or sit in Oasis and do nothing. And also not just run around trying to find food all the time. So like I said, I want to do the territories thing where you can actually put down your own little base of operations on the map. That would be so cool. You already have nest recipes for those of you who like doing nesting. I want to keep leaning into things like that. I want to make sure that the focus of this game, first and foremost, is on the survival aspect, because frankly, that's why we all got into this game. That's why we all enjoy Creatures of Scenarios, for that survival aspect. It's very much like other games like that in the space. But I want to do something that's unique as well. I don't just want to be like every other survival game. I want to do stuff that's unique as well. So in that essence, I will hopefully continue to do that for you guys. So hopefully that answers some of your questions there. That's kind of the high level. And then hopefully, sort of on the month to month basis, we can put out some kind of roadmap which shows you, hey, this March we're going to do private servers. This April we're going to do trade realm. This May we're going to do territories, and then so on and so forth. And if we can get into the cadence of that, I think you guys will be very excited to see what we've got, and we can keep listening to you guys about what you want to see. So really good question. Yeah, thank you for that. Let's have a look. Going off of what was said in the last campfire, possibility of nests being saved for a short duration if you leave the game. Yeah, that's a good question. So I don't want everything to save in the game, but I do want to be able to maybe preserve some progress for people who maybe accidentally got disconnected or things like that. It's harder to do that than you think it is, but I will continue to do that. But to answer your question, could there be a way to have it save in game so that one could migrate to the new migration region without losing their nest progress? So you want it so that you can migrate to a new migration region. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe some way to pack up your nest would be interesting. I wouldn't do it so that you could like leave the game and join again, but maybe there was a way to move your nest. That's an interesting thought. Leave that with me, and I'll think on that, because it's an interesting thought. Yeah, we could tie it to maybe some kind of ability or effect that, like, you have like a nomadic ability which lets you move your nest around. That would be interesting. Very interesting thoughts. Thank you for the idea. Um, Question: can daily login be made more forgiving for streaks? Yeah, I would like to. I don't think there's a way to restore streak right now in COS. There would probably be. I think it'd be nice to add some way to restore your streak. We did this in DA. We allowed players to restore their streak if you pay Robux. So, for people who miss out, like, I think you should be able to have some kind of way of restoring it, perhaps. Um, any plans for? Oh yeah, we talked about territory, so I won't cover that again. But thank you very much for your question. Question about credits on original artists of designs. Yes, very interesting. You should DM me about that, because that sounds really interesting, and I want to make sure that artists are making sure that their designs are being credited properly. For those of you who want to see it, I think we have it. Can I show you in here? No, I can't show you in here. I was going to show you in the swamp, in the swamp place, but I was going to show you where we put the credits in for the artist, and you literally just type their name in and it shows up. Yeah, if credits aren't showing up properly, let me know, because that we want to make sure that players are properly credited for their work. So, um, any considerations for raising the shoom limit? Yeah, really good question. So I think, what is it limited to right now? 35K, something like that. 36. Okay, I was close. Yeah. I think we should raise it. I'll probably raise it during Trade Realm revamp. Does that sound good, guys? I need to figure out why it's there first of all. I know it's to prevent a lot of the bot farms from muling all of their shooms off in one go. They have to do it piecemeal then, and it's a lot easier for us to catch if they're doing it over like 10 trades rather than one big one, if that makes sense. So I know why it's there, but it is also having a problem with scams because you can't go beyond that. So it's kind of like, where's the balance here between bots and scams? And I kind of come down that scams affect people a lot more than the bots do. So I think we'll probably raise it. In terms of the amount, we'll raise it to. I don't know yet. I think it's fairly arbitrary. We could do 100K, we could do 50K, we could do whatever we want. But ultimately I want to do something that stops people from getting scammed trying to do like these multi-trades. I think that's what people call it, right? Multi-trades. Yeah. If we can eliminate most of the multi-trades, then I think we'll be whatever that limit is. So but I'll commit myself to raising the cap now, guys. You can hold me to it. When the Trade Realm revamp comes out, or make sure you tell me to raise the cap, raise the limit, raise the roof. Right, where are we at? Let me keep going. Oops, sorry, I've lost my position. Where were we? Okay. Sorry, I lost my position in the talked about the progression stuff on VIP servers. Hopefully that answered your question. Will there be more gachas added in future? Is it possible to get a hint if there is? Maybe. There's a lot of gachas in the game already. So it may be that we just add more creatures to them, or we add new ones. Not sure yet. We added the achievements gacha recently, and I do want to add more creatures into that to pad it out a bit more. As for new gachas, I don't know. We'll see. You've got to be careful with adding gachas because they're RNG, and you don't want to do it. You don't want to overdo it because otherwise it gets a little bit scummy, if you know what I mean. You don't want to do something too crazy. So, all things in moderation, I would say, on that front. Will creatures from the other gachas like Mecha or Sweet Gacha eventually get a remodel? I haven't got a clue about remodels. Sinner is our resident guy for that sort of thing, so he will be. Also, I've just noticed that the Campfire says that the host is Sinner, and it's absolutely it's not. How do I change that? Has that said that the whole time? We do have some planned. Oh, fantastic. Lol. Sinner is Dom confirmed. Wow. Yeah, put that in the lore. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let me find my. Every time I click off Campfire questions, it makes me lose my position in the thread. That sucks. Come on, Discord, sort your life out. I won't answer too many questions about remodels, guys, because I want to make sure we get some proper meaty questions. And also, I haven't got a clue. So, is it possible to make material palettes customizable? So you're talking about material overrides, yes? So, very interesting. We can do it. I just want to see whether people would be interested in that. I don't want to go too crazy with it. Maybe some of them act in the old way, and maybe some can be painted. But yeah, if you guys are interested in that, I can add it to my to-do list. Letting you paint materials onto your creatures. Oh, lost my track again. I keep right. I need to stop reading voice chat and just race through the questions. Will there be other biomes that get a revamp, just like Swamp? Yes. I do want to do other revamps in future. I talked about last Campfire about how much I hate the mountains biome because it's not really a mountains biome. It's just a bunch of icy spikes. So it'd be cool to actually have a proper mountain. But I haven't got any roadmap for that yet. So, but you heard it from me that Dom doesn't like mountains biome. But the others seem fine. Like I said, the aquatics could get some deeper areas to explore. Maybe some more deeper areas. And then I think we just need to think about how we get people moving around the map more so they don't just sit in Oasis, because otherwise it's just boring for people just sitting there in Oasis doing the same thing. Surely you must be bored of that, guys. Surely. More caves as well. Can we get more caves, please? I would like more caves. People love caves. Bigger caves. Will Trade Realm get a new map? Yep, talked about that. Yep, I think I want to do a new map. Will packs ever get changed or balanced? Yes, the clan thing. Is this related to the clan issue? Because I'm aware of it. I just don't know what to do about it yet. Yeah, I know that Legacy had some things going on in it, but I don't know whether those should just come back or not. It's on my radar. I will let you know if I've got some updates for it. Talked about Trade Realms auctions and new mechanics. Hopefully that excites you guys. Let's have a look. Let me find some more cool. Will we ever get an unglimmer token? Do people want an unglimmer token? People actually want an unglimmer token. Wow.
Wait, why? I thought you could just disable it. Can't you just turn the glimmer off?
Can you just disable glimmer?
I feel like I remember doing this. Why do they want to Somebody said yes, you can. You can disable it. So why do you want to unglimmer?
You could just do that. Will visual footsteps be eventually added to mobile? Yeah, it's not there because of performance reasons, although sometimes you can glitch them and make them appear. I might add them in as a setting, and then if you lag, be it on your head, but you can turn it off. So I think that's a good compromise. Will there be more shadow creatures? Wouldn't you like to know? Maybe. Yeah, I think there might be. There may be one or two. Is hard mode still planned? It would be cool to add something like that. I haven't got any plans for it right now, but I have floated the idea, and I think it'd be cool to add something like that. Just want to get through some of the stuff we're doing first. Let's see. We've got about 8 minutes left before I have to leave this realm. Let's find some good questions. Will there be more water or air super behemoths? Again, not sure. I'd have to consult the creature roadmap. Let me scroll down a bit. Let me keep trying to find some more. Is there a way to add more slot storage? I've talked about this before, but Roblox needs to give us more data cap before we can do that. If they can give us more than 4 megabytes to save data, then yes, we can add more slots for you guys. Till then, no, you're stuck. I've seen a few people talking about NPCs. NPCs is something we've thought about internally. There's some issues we run into when trying to add NPCs to the game. Like if we try and add them into servers where there's 75 creatures running around already, everyone is going to lag really bad because the servers are already rendering 75 creatures. But maybe if you're in like a server with just 20 people, we can like add some NPCs to the game to make it feel more alive. Would that be something people would be interested in? So like maybe if you're in a server that's not full, it like replaces some people with NPCs. Okay, some people be interested in that. Okay. Yeah, it's a good thought. Yeah, appreciate the feedback on that. Let's have a look. Trying to find some other juicy questions. Yeah, a lot of these are like creature related, and I am not the expert on the creature stuff, so let me scroll all the way to the bottom. Let's see what we got. Will we get food storage back? Yes. Will we get a disaster event again this year? Yes. In fact, I should probably just put out like a calendar for when all the events are going to come back, because I actually have I know exactly what month they're all going to come back. So um, will you be able to get event tokens inside of private servers? No, if you've disabled progression with the custom settings, then it will disable progression probably for the events as well. So just bear that in mind, guys. It's a good point, because I didn't bring that up actually. That event progression will probably also disable if you turned off like PvP and food and thirst and all that. So talked about some of that stuff. Will we get a swimming stat? Basically, semi-aquatics or any type of creature that have the ability to swim can have separate swim speeds instead of just giving them agile swimmer. Yeah, do you know what? That's a really good question, because I was just grappling with all the different creature stats there are in the game today. So I've been mapping out some of the stats and like where they go on all the creatures, just to make it more readable and easier for us to visualize matchups between different creatures. And that is something I came across as well, is that like semi-aquatics don't actually have an independent swimming stat. It's a good thought. Retroactively applying it to a bunch of creatures would be time consuming. But I share your sentiment that it would be nice to have more control over a feature like that. So when are we deleting Oasis? Tomorrow, but just for you. Everyone else is going to keep it. Yeah, I see a lot of people asking about when certain events are coming back. I promise I'll put together some kind of monthly roadmap for you guys. How about that? So you guys can see when everything is coming back. So I'll do two more questions, guys, and I'll try and make them good ones if I can find some really good ones. In the smorgasbord of campfire questions. Will there be a way to control seasons in private servers? Yeah, I've seen that feature suggestion, and I think I'd like you to be able to control seasons in private servers. Absolutely. Committed to that. Last question, opinion on grilled cheese. Opinion on grilled cheese. I love grilled cheese. I'll do one more question. Yep. Will we get a huge ocean remake, like way larger oceans and deeper? Yes, I would love to do that. Don't know when. Maybe 2025 in this year we could do it. Like I mentioned, I want this whole map border to feel like its own ocean area. Like instead of just this shallow thing going on. I think that'd be so cool. But we obviously have to balance the game performance and all that. But yes, if they can, yes. Oh, we've got a very yes, improve occlusion culling so we can have caves. Very true. Yes. Honestly, if Roblox gives us like improved occlusion culling, like we can probably make this map way larger. So a lot of it is due to how many triangles is being rendered on your screen. And if you can't see, like for example, like I'm looking at the mountain here, I shouldn't have to render all the things behind it because I can't see it. But Roblox still renders all of that at the moment because it's dumb and it doesn't know. But like modern game engines will actually like unrender all the things behind the volcano here because it's not on your screen. You can't see it, so why do I have to render any of it in? So that's why you wouldn't run into any lag issues necessarily, or you'd have a lot more improved performance to work with if they added occlusion culling. So yeah, maybe we should just port this game to Steam and make it all in Unity or Unreal. How about that? Yeah, I'm gonna have to learn how to code in C++ though, and I don't even know how to code to begin with. So, Late, do you know how to code in C++?
Of course.
Okay, he's the goat, man. We have the goat engineer right here. Of course, he knows how to program in C++.
We
Yeah,
should just do Minecraft instead, maybe.
yeah. We'll make the ultimate Minecraft mod in for COS, COS server. Oh my god, that'd be crazy. Right, guys. It's 8 o'clock my time. I've got to go eat dinner and then get back to it. I've got to make sure Spring Meadows is up to snuff for tomorrow. Thanks very much for submitting your questions. Sorry if I didn't get round to them. Hopefully, I've given you some good sneak peeks though for what we're working on. Really looking forward to seeing you guys in a couple weeks' time. If you see me in game discussion or lobby, feel free to drop me an at. Happy to chat to you guys as well. Feel free to ask me how my day's going. Always interested to see how your days are going. Have a really good Friday, guys. Have a really nice weekend. I'll see you later. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye bye.